A Roman cross. Yeah, Jesus died on that. See, I don't care what you believe, just read history. It's a historical fact. So the question we have to ask is, what will you do with this man of misery? Only 6 hours on that wood, yet it completely changed history? But see, we've sold Jesus out. We've made his sacrifice foolery, like, oh, I'll just go to church on Easter and make his cross nice jewelry.
But the cross wasn't a symbol of faith, it was a symbol of death. I mean, imagine if someone wore an electric chair hanging around their neck. So what was different about that man on that day that could turn something that kills into something that saves? You see, he was unique because he was innocent. God actually became a man. Now that is different.
So on that cross, he says, I'm not dying because of me. I'm dying because of you. Not just for the sins that you have done, but for those that you will do. You see, on that cross, God treated Jesus like he was us. He poured out his wrath on the Son so that he might prove that he's just. He took all of your filth and all of your sin, and the beauty is that when you trust in Jesus, you're included in him.
But first, walk with me what it must have been like that night, when the Son of God looked like he lost the fight. No heartbeat, no breathing, no sign of life. Jesus tasted death, and it didn't feel right.
Have you let that sink in? That Jesus died? No, really, Jesus actually died.
3 days in the tomb, lifeless laid his remains. It looked like the king had given up his crown, like he had given up his reins. But on Sunday, something started to change. You heard a thump, thump. Blood started pumping in his veins, heart beating, blood pulsing. Satan felt his power break because the Son of God was dead, but now the Son of God was awake.
And every breath that he took was like a punch to Satan's face. The resurrection only proves that you're no longer in your sin. You are under grace.
So celebrate, because when Jesus went to the grave, you did too. And when he rose from the grave, your life became new. He said, my job is finished, let the new life begin. You can actually walk in freedom. Stop wallowing in your sin.
And because the chains have been broken and the stone's been rolled away, God doesn't love a future you. He loves you today.
You are clean. You are spotless, and the curse has been squashed. That's what baptism is. It's showing you've been washed. So rejoice with me that we aren't waiting for a verdict, because he's already said not guilty, and the resurrection proves he assured it.
Because our whole lives we feasted on sin, and we couldn't pay the tab. Yet Jesus walks over to our bill and says, I'll take care of that. So stop trying to pay your own debt. In fact, God doesn't even expect it. See, the cross shows payment given. Resurrection shows payment accepted.
So walk in freedom because you are free. The resurrection is only a stamp that says it's a guarantee.
A royal decree proclaiming we're children of the King.
So even when your mouth can't, let your life always sing.